Hi,
Hi.
Tochi. Yeah, Toshi, how are you?
Hello.
Hi, Toshi. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. How you doing?
Oh my God, you look good. I'm doing good. I'm doing fine. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you for joining.
Oh, thank you too for the invite as well. Thank you.
How was your day? Hope you had a good day.
My God.
Hope you are
Yeah,
not so cold.
I had a good day. I actually went to work from 12. So I was going to finish at 4, but when I saw your message, I just decided to stay till 5. Then I got home, I think, quarter to 6, and here we are.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming.
Oh,
We
thanks,
hope
Toshi.
this is going to be very interesting. So
I hope
welcome
you're not.
guys. Thank you all for joining today's live. And I have a special guest here. She's Fejiri. I've never met her in person anyway, but we've known ourselves on this street of YouTube, and
Oh,
she's
yeah.
doing amazing.
Oh,
She's doing
thank you.
amazing. So I said, why not bring Fejira to be your co-host to talk about this interesting topic? Because number one, I consider the fact that she has been in the UK for a longer period of time, and
Yeah.
then I just felt we've never really had a collaboration, so why not? And I reached out to her,
Oh,
and yeah, she agreed. So we are here.
oh yeah.
So thank you guys. Thank you for joining. Hi Sarah. Hi Michael. Hi Lulu. Hi Isaac. Hi everybody. You guys are welcome. Welcome guys. So we're just going to start because we have 1 hour. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're talking about why people living abroad are stingy, or why people living abroad are considered to be stingy. See, this thing is not going to end today. Before I moved abroad, I know I was among the people that was saying that people abroad are stingy.
Oh, it's like we mute. Hello. Can you?
Yeah, we're back. I don't know what
Oh yeah.
happened,
Yeah, that's fine.
but we're back. Sorry, guys.
Sorry, guys. It's one of those things.
Yeah. So yeah, just feel free to call in as well and tell us your opinion. So, Fedra, I don't know, should I go first or you go first? Well, we'll just talk as the conversation goes.
Okay,
Now,
that's fine. Any which way, I'm okay, Toshi. Any
right.
which way.
So,
Yeah.
what do you think about Africans or people abroad being stingy?
I knew when you told me this topic, I knew. I said, Toshi wants to check this table. Let this table just fall.
We're not ready for this conversation, honestly.
But I think it's a very good conversation. It's a very good topic, if you ask me, because most of the time, like you said, you used to be one of them that thinks that people in the UK are stingy. You are not alone, Toshi. I used to be there 10, 11 years ago until I came to the country and understood how the UK, like I got a lot of cultural shock that even till now I'm not yet recovered from some. As I'm trying to recover, I'm seeing another one. I'm trying to recover, I'm seeing another one, even after how many years being in the UK. So now I will start by the UK. Like before I came to the UK, I used to work in organization, in a hospitality industry, in a hotel, five-star hotel, big men and all of that. So we know when UK people come and we know when people from other countries come. Or we even know when politicians come. That's because the UK people don't really drop enough money. And back then, I used to think that, oh, UK people are so stingy. Not until I came. But the truth is that for those of us that have seen the other side of the world, outside living in Nigeria, we will understand that the life in UK is a daily struggle. Like I said I just got back from work and here we are. So I wouldn't say the UK people abroad or people in UK are stingy because the struggle here is real. When you come to you want to buy food in the UK, you have to go and buy food. It's not like me and you, we are living as neighbor Tochi. Tochi, can you give me onions? It's not like that. I have to buy my onions. I can't go and knock on my neighbor's door to ask for salt like I would do in Nigeria. So life here is a life that we are always on marathon, and you work for every penny, like every pence you get in the UK. It's unlike, like I said, I used to work in a five-star hotel as a front office rep as a then. I could have somebody just come in and give me 200,000, 300,000. This is what happened. Yes, I was living like I never touched my salary till I left. But working as also a manager in a hospitality industry, yeah, the same kind of, but nobody there comes to your desk to like, oh, have this for a job well done. So there are no tips in the UK, but in Nigeria, you can just run into thousands in a day. Now, in the UK, we understand how the job is advertised. For a lot of people who have been looking for jobs in the UK, they tell you that your salary is, let's use the care worker salary, is 20,480 pounds a year. That is what it is. Year in, year out. So except there is an increment, maybe it could be like 1%, 2%. So people in the UK, they learn how to manage this money because they don't have any brother, they don't have any auntie, they don't have any uncle that they can just run to their house to say, oh, I need this money, because everybody is struggling in the UK. So that's why I think that the people in UK, they are not stingy. The struggle is real. Toshi, the
Yeah,
struggle is
thank you very much. I think I agree with you to an extent. Now, we're not talking about only those in the UK. We're talking about generally those
okay.
abroad, right? There's this notion that people abroad, I don't know, maybe pick money from the streets, or I don't know, that there's this kind of money that once you're abroad, you will start making that kind of money.
Yeah.
And then when somebody comes to you and asks for money and you don't respond, or you tell the person I don't have, they're looking at you like, I thought you were abroad. Like, they'll feel like you're lying. Do you get? But it doesn't work that way. Like you said, see my eyes. If you look at me very well, you know that I'm sleepy, I'm tired. I just got back from work a while ago. And I had to do this, right? So it's for every kobo, every penny, every pound that you make, you have to work. I agree in that aspect. But I think there are people who are just naturally stingy, right? Let me tell you guys a story. There's this person, like this family friend of ours, that the cousin has been abroad for a long time. But unfortunately, or we didn't know that this lady was struggling in the US, right? But of course, the normal Nigerian notion, or the normal notion back home, that when you are abroad, you have money. So somehow this lady came back for Christmas and everybody came to say, hi, oh, my auntie is back from abroad, all those things. And she did not give anybody anything. The only thing she gave I honestly don't know what's happening.
I think it's a network. I think sometimes it could be the network.
All right. So I feel like it's better you don't even give somebody anything at all than to give somebody like all the way from abroad. Or some people will buy biscuits that I can still buy for myself in Nigeria. You now come all the way from abroad. Somebody will now looking up to you now give somebody biscuit, digestive, or like to me, right? It doesn't make sense. Okay. So I think we should draw a line between being stingy and just being wise. Because I feel like some people are just stingy because, of course, you work for your money, but you don't have to give to everybody, but you have like friends, you have families, you have people that are close to you that, like in the UK now, I know that most people, if they're going back to Nigeria, what they do is they go to charity shops and buy things. They are way, way
Yeah,
affordable, right?
yeah,
And
yeah.
yeah, so somebody would appreciate those things more than when you buy digestive biscuits all the way from the abroad to
Some
give to
people are just
somebody.
naturally stingy. Like if you know those people back home, like they were stingy when you knew them, and when they get to the UK, they become worse, or they get to abroad, they become worse. So some people that are naturally stingy, they are there. Let's not take that away, because some people are born to be stingy and some people are born to be free-handed. So even with the struggles abroad, you can see that they are still going extra mile to give. Now let's think about this. Like some people, like I would say let me use abroad generally, because the abroad where we are, they've got different seasons. Some expenses you make can make you run into debt, and the credit card gives you a false hope. I don't know if you it gives you that kind of hope
Yeah.
that you have money, but you don't really have money, because technically you're going to pay for it, and if you don't pay back that money on time, you will have to pay interest on it. So now the abroad season, we have when we can wear normal summer clothes. We have when we can wear winter clothes, jacket and everything. So I think sometimes the expenses as well in abroad make some people that are not stingy to be stingy. Do you get? So
Yeah.
some people, because for if you have children at the same time, you still have to buy the seasonal clothes. Unlike back home, we can wear one kind of set of clothes from January to, except Harmattan season, that we can just get one jacket if necessary.
Or
Otherwise,
Christmas.
yeah, or Christmas. Thank you. Christmas, Easter, we can. But in the UK, once it's autumn, you have clothes to wear. Once it's summer, you have clothes to wear. Once it's winter, you have specific season with different outfits. So sometimes when you run into that expenses, you find yourself not even having enough to give out, even if you are a cheerful giver. But like we said, some people are naturally stingy. So no matter how you do, they are not going to get anything. You can't get anything from them, which is not too good as well.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a fact. But on the other hand, there are people who just feel like once you're abroad, like there's this money making machine or money making tree or something abroad. Like when people realized or got to know that I was abroad, people that haven't even talked to me in a long time, and the annoying thing is that they come up with stories that you wouldn't want, like very touchy stories, how their child is sick, how their parents are ill, how like
Yeah.
they come up with something very like somebody that doesn't talk to you on a normal day. The person doesn't even
Yeah.
know how you're doing, doesn't even know that you have a job, whether
Yeah.
you're ill. They don't know. The next thing, one day they just come up and say hi. Maybe in the night they'll say hi, how are you? Then just know that the next thing that will follow it the next day is, please, my child is ill and I need some money or something like that.
Yeah.
And I'll be
Yeah.
like, you don't even know what I'm going through,
True.
right?
Yeah.
And I saw a post after on my video about how I saved money in the UK, £20,000 in 1 year. Somebody
Yeah.
made a comment. She's actually a friend of mine. How when she first traveled abroad, she had naira, like she had so much money in her naira accounts before she traveled. And
Yeah.
then when she got abroad, she was just giving the money. She was just so liberal. Anybody that asked her for money, she would just send. Anybody that asked her for money, she would just send. Until she realized that, hey, auntie, this thing doesn't work this way. Oh. And that was
Yeah.
also my case somehow. Like I could relate to that
Yeah.
because when I first traveled, my husband was already in the UK, right?
Yeah.
So he was kind of sending me money back home in Nigeria. So I had naira, right? I had money in my naira account. So when I came in, I was just using that naira I had to flex. So anybody that just asked me for
Yes,
money,
that's
anybody Tom, Dick, and Harry, I will send. Like I was
yeah.
feeling. Sometimes
Yeah.
you not even ask me. I'll just say, take this money for lunch. You say it's your birthday. I'll say, okay, go and buy cake.
I know.
I was feeling fly. But when I now started work, and I realized how hard you have to work for £1.
1 pound.
It's not somebody that told me that. In fact, I stopped putting money in my Naira account. Like I stopped. Because when you have money, you be tempted to just send immediately. So by the time you ask me and I tell you sorry, I even screenshot my account and send to you and say it's 0 point. There's nothing there, right? So that really helped me. Eh? I said they did not inform me. I was forming, okay. I'll just anybody that asks, just cough my name and say, Tochi, how are you? I've sent you money.
It's like that. Like, I remember when I came in, even when I came as a student 11 years ago, because I just had my wedding. I had my wedding in February. I was meant to come in February, but because of my wedding, I deferred my admission to September. So I was not working. I was at home just doing my school and everything, whereas people could work. But because I had so much, I had money. So even back, immediately a lot of people knew that I was in the UK. They would just call me, where are you? Can you send me some money? And just like your case, I was doing that not until I realized that I had to. Because I realized that for you to be in the UK and then you're still sending money, you are making sacrifice. Because there are so many things you really want to use that money for. But because you want to sacrifice to your loved ones, that is why you're sending that money. Which I always tell people that if you have a loved one in the UK, in abroad, any part of the world that still remembers you and sends you 1 penny, please appreciate it. Because that person may have skipped a meal. That person may have trekked instead of entering a bus to save that money to give to you overseas. So sometimes when I hear people say, oh, this person is stingy, that person is stingy, it's not always like that. And some people just have the habit of begging. Just as you said, they know that you're overseas. So the next thing is to beg. I used to get those messages. Even someone told me, because I mentioned somewhere that I had an ectopic pregnancy, almost how I died as at then before I had my kids. Immediately the person read the message. 2 weeks later, the person told me that she has a ectopic pregnancy. I don't believe it because I have given that same person money before with her child. Coming back again, I was like, oh, this may have traced back to my post on Facebook because I explained how deadly it is, how you should check yourself when you're pregnant, So this person coming to me now for this may be lying. So some people just have that habit of begging. So for somebody, like I used to say, if you're able to get 1 penny, 2 penny, or let's say £100 from your loved ones in overseas, you should appreciate them because the stress here is real. We go through a lot of sacrifices, and once you start having children, if you're able to save £1,000 before, because you've got kids and they have to go for holiday class, they have to go for summer, there are so many expenses, and after you've managed to save that money to give to them, they should appreciate it. And once a while, they can call, oh, Fajira, oh, Tochi, how are you doing? Sometimes when I see calls from Nigeria, I'm afraid. I don't know if it happens to you. I'm afraid because I know that maybe the next thing is like, oh, I have this problem. My gas just finished, So I just think that people overseas, in as much as we are struggling, there is no Queen Elizabeth on the road giving people money. Like, people think that once you arrive UK, all your problem, or you arrive abroad, all your problem is solved. The struggle here is
we have somebody here. Hi Wumi, let's see what you have to say. Welcome.
Thank you Good evening.
Hi Wumi.
Hi, good evening. Yeah, you guys are okay, my son.
Hello, how are you? What's your name?
Jason. He's gone back to his cartoon. All right. So far, you guys have really made a lot of points, right? Back then, I used to be like that. I used to believe that people in UK are so stingy.
Yeah.
Fine, which is true. And like you said, most of them are just naturally stingy. I think my point would be that you are going to Nigeria.
Yeah.
Always have that, the Naira. Saving Naira is very important. Fine. Someone might say, okay, if I save in Naira, I might be tempted to just keep spending. But just discipline yourself towards that. Save in Naira so that when you get to Nigeria, you will end up buying biscuits for somebody, like Tochi said. You will end up buying biscuits and also, right, have the kind of people that you want to give money to. Have them in your list so that you won't end up sharing money for everybody. The truth is you can never solve people's problem all. You can't solve everything. People will keep coming up with different kind of issues. There are some, if you like, you give them money to invest in some business. Even if you give them that money, they will still end up coming to you. This one, they want to do this, they are supposed to do that. They will still keep coming. So the best thing for one in abroad is just close your mind and ignore whatsoever anyone will be saying to you. If you've given someone money, okay, I have this money, take this, go and invest, go and do this. It's none of my business what you do with that money. I will have it, and you will have it at the back of your mind that, yes, this person has given me. So any day you want to table a matter, I will tell you that I gave you this. What did you use it for? So it is good to always invest in people, especially siblings, family, so that they won't have anything to blame you for. So I think that one is very helpful. Not going to abroad, because if you keep going to abroad, you want to go for holiday, you'll be going there. You can't keep buying things to Nigeria every time. You can't give people money every time. Any day you are going, just once in a year, and you know you are spending so weeks, just make sure you are going there, invest in someone or in some people. Let them just hold on to that, so that even when else you be going, you don't need to keep buying or keep giving every time. They also in Nigeria you should let them understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are right. You're
right.
You're right. See, the thing is, I know that there's black tax. You can't take it away from us, because a lot of people moved abroad because of their families.
Yeah.
Like somebody will just stay and look at himself. A graduate, look at himself, look at his parents, look at his siblings, and he's like, I have to do something. So somehow the person finds himself abroad. That person would like take responsibility for his family, his parents and siblings, right? That one is normal. But we're talking about people like who sometimes they don't even appreciate what you're doing. They don't even know the struggles. They just feel entitled because you're abroad. So you have to.
Why.
You get, like, I have somebody who sent me a message one time, and that person, it just happened that we live in the same environment. We're not really friends. Do you get? The person sent me a message and said the child was ill, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay. I said it's a child that is involved. Then I had small money I sent. Do you know that on my birthday, this person now sends me, oh, happy birthday. Oh, please let me send my account number so you buy me cake. I say, but it's my birthday, right? Am I not the one that's supposed to collect gifts?
Yeah.
Right. So why would I be the one to send you money for cake on my, like, it just did not make sense to me. That thing, I didn't even respond to that message. It just
It's
like,
actually annoying.
I don't know what you would take. Like, what do you think? You think I'm plucking money? You think I don't know. We are struggling here. There are people abroad who are even struggling more than people back home.
A lot.
People back home are doing better than some people abroad, but they don't know.
Yes.
Do you know that's why when you go online, you will see all those people, all those guys in Europe, Italy, they'll now be making videos and say, people should see what I'm doing now. I'm doing this one. I'm suffering. See the work I'm doing. It's not tomorrow that you come and be saying I'm stingy. See how I'm working hard for my money. Do you get? These are some of the reasons why people do that. To just show you that, see, madam, we are not
real.
Yeah. So
that's why I said you cannot solve everyone's problem. They'll keep coming. So it's just for you to just discipline yourself.
Draw a line.
Don't give them the deaf ear. Don't even allow it to move you, because if you keep listening to them, they will keep coming back, and you keep on blaming yourself. As they will make you feel like you are not doing anything. So it's better to just ignore.
It's good. Like sometimes, like it's good to like ignore. But when we ignore, we tend to sometimes forget the genuine people. You know, there are some genuine people that really needs this help. And when you see them, I think I have two people like that. That when they came, after helping one or twice, I gave them money to go and invest in a business. So how I told them to do this, not everybody give money, we invest in that business. So because why they invest, we'll be funding it for them. That's what I realized with some, but there are some genuine people. I think I asked these two people to invest in a business, so which they did. But now I didn't tell them that the business was going to be for them. I said, I want you to do this business and I want this turnover every month. So what I was doing, they were like working, doing the business. So at the end of the month, the turnover I want, they bring it to me and I give it to them. That's
Yeah.
to make them know that
Very
this,
good one.
yeah. So when they give it to me, I'm like, okay, use it for your family. But there
Good.
are still people too that when you invest in there, they will call you, my goods has finished.
Mhm.
Hey, auntie, my goods don't. So what did you use the money for? So it's not really everybody that can really manage that investment. So I think at the same time, we should prioritize ourselves as well, because this whole stuff,
should
this
just draw
whole
a
demand
line.
has caused a lot of people to go into depression in the UK. I've been
Depression.
speaking to a lot of Black people in the UK because where I work is a place I talk to people a lot. So some of them are actually going through depression, knowing that all as they are doing, families and friends are
The
not
money
appreciating.
keeps going.
Yeah, they are not appreciating it. And now I think one man I ran into a few days ago, he's already going mental. This is a Ghanaian. He said that he sent money to his family. He trained all of them while he was doing cleaning job, one cleaning job and one security job. After he did this, he went back. They took everything, and rather they said he was supposed to bring all of them to the UK. That because he's only seeing the money, he couldn't bring anybody. Now the guy is running mental because of this thing. So I say to people, if you have relative, if you have friends in abroad that manage to remember you or manage to you request,
Appreciate them.
appreciate them once in a while, call them. How are you? It will go a long way. How is your family? We are going through stress. Tochi, you have 2 children. I have 3. I don't know how many you have. I don't have time for myself. Even this YouTube we are doing, I only have to film in the midnight because my kids are quite young. You see the stress we go through to work, do
Yeah.
everything we are doing, and yet you still collect money from that money to give to someone and the person does not appreciate.
Does not
It's
appreciate.
pain is a lot to see that you're going through.
And you know that once you're abroad, nobody really gives you money anymore. Like nobody's
At all.
dashing you anything.
No, they
Yeah.
believe you're okay. And the truth is, right, no matter how you try
Yeah.
to
So you
explain,
for every money you have,
yeah, no matter how you
so
try
for
to
every money you
explain
have
the
and
deal.
spend,
Okay. Sorry, Toshi.
so for every money you have and spend, you basically have to work for it.
Yeah.
Because nobody's going to dash you money
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
Right? So there was a comment somebody made like, why is it that people who are back home don't send money to those abroad? It's only those abroad that are sending money to people back home. And the thing is, some people don't even consider that. Do you know that little things like packing food stuff for somebody abroad, like
Yeah.
package
Goes a
crayfish
long
and give
way.
to somebody. Maybe somebody that is coming, I say, oh, give to somebody did something, right? My mom just came here and she brought out some things that somebody or people gave her to give me. And I was really impressed. Like,
Yeah.
if I want to give money, don't you think this is the person I will
Yeah.
give my money?
You gladly do that.
But
Yeah.
I think are people who they just know that okay, there's no food stuff abroad, and they package it and give to you.
Yeah.
Right? But people don't even bother to, they don't even consider you, don't think about you. They're just interested in all they have to collect from you. They don't care what,
Not
just
good.
little
Yeah.
thing. Like
Yeah.
package one cup of egusi and and send to the person and say, I know there's food stuff is hard abroad or is expensive. Yeah, take this.
Yeah.
And one thing is, you realize that even those that you do for more, they are the ones that don't even remember you. They won't even remember to give you anything. So that's why I said the best thing is just ignore at times. Most times, ignore. And
Prioritize yourself. Yeah.
yes, no matter how you tell them the bills you are paying here, they will never understand because they are not here to know.
Okay.
No matter how you tell them.
Let's go to driving in the UK. Back home, not only in the UK, in abroad, you have to pay for your parking. We are not used to that kind of life back home. So at the end of the month, if you're earning like £1,200, you pay your rent. You pay your council tax. You pay
Mm-hmm.
your electricity bill. You
Your
pay your
car.
internet bill. You pay everything, and you pay your insurance for your car. If you have
Car,
to
yes.
drive, if you're not driving, you have to get on the bus, buy bus pass as you go out every day. You know, you pay for your car if you took it on hire purchase or any
And
which way.
the,
At
and
the
the
end of
bus
the
fare is
day,
not
yeah,
negotiable.
you will be left with maybe 50 pounds. Now you're buying food. Cost
Hmm.
of food in the UK, now, especially we that eat African food, is very expensive. So please, if you're back home and you have families, just like Tochi said, thank God for the people that sent you. And I used to say, even if it's 1 cup of crayfish, even if it is
Mhm.
1 pack of Maggi, just buy and say, okay, do you know anybody that is coming? I will give this thing to this person to
Yeah.
bring. A pack of Maggi here is about is it about £4 now? £4 is almost 4,000 naira.
Roughly,
So if you
yeah.
buy it and send it, the person will appreciate it. So it's not like people abroad are stingy. We are not stingy. No. It's just that we are economical. We are managing because we don't have anybody to go and beg. We don't have anybody to call. Hey, can you borrow me this amount? For instance, live in the UK, in Nigeria, you can just be walking on the street, you knock on your neighbor's gate. Or your sister, I just they pass. I say, make I stop, say hello. But in the UK, you could live with people for months. You don't even know who the next door is. So you can't even go to the person to say, oh, I want to like borrow this from you, because everybody has to pay tax. Everybody has to pay their bills. So at the end of the day, little peanuts is left. So when you look at it, you send some people will not even appreciate it. He just sent only 5,000 or he only sent 10,000. But that's money. The person that has sent it has made sacrifice to be able to send it to you. So we have to take that into account too. That we
Yeah.
struggle for everything here. We don't really have them on the streets.
Hello. Good evening,
Hi,
everybody. Good
Rosie.
evening, Tochi.
Welcome. Thank you
You
for
guys, you know
calling
I
in.
love these live streams. And me, I'm Nigerian representative. I always come to talk our own mouth. So make una not dey
Please
finish us.
talk.
I
Talk.
will
No,
come to
that's
talk
the
about
essence
my
of the
own
live
mouth.
stream.
I don't dey hear una
You're
finish. Say,
welcome. You're
where my
welcome.
Talk,
constituency
talk.
member who
You're
is going to
free.
come and talk for us? They want to finish us. So
No.
good evening, everybody.
Evening.
Okay, let me start from the fact that for me, I actually this empathize with those people who don't appreciate them for what they do over there. I'm sorry that you have to go through that. Somebody like me, I always say now only me waka come. I'm an only child, so I don't have any expectation of anybody. So I don't get any brother or sister where they're abroad. I have from cousins, I have amazing cousins, people who are there. But the thing is, I don't think that I don't know. I don't think I've ever called anybody in their abroad to say, if you want to give me, the Lord touches your heart. I have people, and in fact, I even have people who are not related to me in their abroad who are doing so much for me. You understand?
Yeah.
You get so like without even knowing me. So shout out to people that are abroad. People now they do well, now they try. I have to say that. And Tochi talked
No, we
about
did
black
try. We
tax.
did try.
Yes,
Yeah, it's
talk
not
about
easy.
black tax, and I think that's the first. Okay, let me start from the first one I want to talk about.
Yeah.
When people say that people in Nigeria say money grows on tree, I used to find that inoffensive. Because unless the person no get sense, how can you think money grows on tree anywhere? And I think sometimes when people abroad say we work hard for our money, I don't know how it sounds to me because I feel like Nigerians too work hard for their money. Do you get a bricklayer in the UK might be any minimum wage, but a bricklayer in Nigeria is not any minimum wage. So I understand that everybody is suffering almost the same level of suffer, but I want you guys to know that a bricklayer in the UK can probably give his bricklayer brother in Nigeria money for lunch. That's what I'm saying. But his Nigerian bricklayer brother might not be able to give him money for lunch. But like you said, things like packaging food stuff, all those things you can try sometimes and do for your people. But you people also know, on my channel, I do a lot of market vlogs. I was telling my husband the other day, he traveled to the village and I was like, what are you bringing back? And he said, nothing. I said, village don't spoil you. When we get small, if you go village, they carry Gary, come back free. Not now again. If you go to the village, you will buy oil, you will buy Gary, you will buy everything. Nobody is farming anymore. You understand? Yeah. Nigeria has sport. It not be like before again where food stuff is free. Right now, people in the village too, you'll be shocked that your grandmother is buying as much as the yam she's eating. It's not like before that people go to farm again. So you might be thinking that the person, I'm not supporting people that are stingy and don't like to help their abroad siblings. So, but I'm saying that also food stuff too here is expensive. It's quite expensive. So maybe the person wants to Maybe some people don't want to. Maybe the person wants to, but they just can't afford to. Because, and somebody was saying in the comment section about exchange rates. My brother, he joined. He joined because, like you said, see how much 1 naira, £1 is. So a person counts £5 give you is something. You can cook a pot of soup, unless you're an ungrateful person. You understand? You can cook a pot of soup. So if I count 1 naira now, give Tochi go put I like waiting the apple for here. But if Tochi gives me £1, at least I buy data. You get what I'm saying? I'm saying that the exchange rate too is something, is an influence on this whole who know they give, who they give. And then also talk about black tax. I think that in Nigeria, sometimes people have left this country because their parents sold land, because family enjoy money. Send one person go abroad. You cannot go there and go and be acting they don't know what I'm doing. You have to, I'm sorry, you have to pay off that debt. It's a debt. I'm sorry, it's a debt.
But you're right. You're right.
Another thing I always say is that don't forget where you are coming from. Everybody know where they come from. I have cousins who have left Nigeria. I have a cousin who left Nigeria, is a doctor now in the UK, because her father paid every single money. You understand? For her to what they call it, what's that thing doctor writes, her plab and everything.
Plab.
Paid for the two. I have a cousin who went, like, he paid everything down to accommodation, set her up. He's doing well in Nigeria. I have another cousin who had to pass through Saudi for 3 years to work it out to go to this thing. So I'm saying now that that's my cousin who went through the father paying everything. You understand? The father is living a soft life here in Nigeria.
Exactly.
She might not need to send her father Shingbai. She might just need to send her other siblings who are in other countries small money if she even needs to. But the one who went through Saudi, you understand, is a hustler. He cannot say, oh, my siblings in Nigeria don't know what I'm going through here. You are the one that has seen small breakthrough. You cannot forget those ones. I'm just giving you different level of, everybody knows where they are coming from. Everybody know how they take count money where enter flight ticket, they take go UK or go any country where they go. So you know how you traveled. If you know that your parents suffer to send you and you are there, you don't know what I'm going through. I'm sorry, the person is not even a good person yourself. I'm not saying that you should pay the money all. I think Wumi or the other lady was saying something that I understood. She said, try to settle people as much as you can. It's the easiest way to your freedom. What do you want to do? Do you want to learn tailoring? Do you want to learn catering? How much is the class? 100,000, 150. Okay, next month I'll try and see if I'll give you in 2 installments. You understand? So it's like you are sowing a seed that the person cannot have mouth. Unless the person no get sense. Now I say, oh, I want to learn, let's say catering. And you say, how much is it? I'm like, okay, 50,000 naira. Like, okay, take, go and learn. How many months? 6 months. Okay, every month I'll be sending you 10,000 for these 6 months for your pocket money. So what you are trying to do is you're trying to untangle that person from you. I'm not saying it's easy. Responsibilities are everywhere. Food stuff. I bought Abakaliki rice, those who know it, for 35,000 naira. That's what we eat here. Last week, when I was in school 5 years ago, I used to buy a bag for 8,000. 5 years ago. Last week, I bought 35,000. In 5 years, look at how it has flown up. Do you get what I'm saying? So everywhere is hard. But I'm saying that don't just
break.
I'm breaking.
No, it's okay now. We can hear you. I can hear
I'm
you.
sorry.
Yeah.
But 2 of you went off and I was the only one here. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. We've been here.
Like you said, then you're talking about settling people. I understand that it's good to settle people, but there are some people that are unsettable. No, true. I'm telling you out of experience. At least I've been here since how many years now? Since 2011 till now. There are people that you settle every year. That's because they cannot manage. So how do you do with such people? Do you push them away, or do you just keep settling them every day? Go and learn this. Some have learned and they are not using it for anything.
From what I've read, yes, from what I've read online on Twitter and everything, I noticed that most people that have issues with people who tax them abroad, those people are not even your nuclear family most of the time.
Yeah.
They are extended most of the time.
Yeah.
And that's the thing about
Rosie Ketch is off again. I think it's network.
Yeah.
We have a new caller, Anonymous.
Okay.
I don't know why he or she doesn't want to show her name and her face. Hello,
Hello, good
anonymous
evening.
caller.
Hello.
So please, I have a little input.
Okay.
See, since I
Okay.
got to the UK, I know the only person I can call that, okay, I need money now, is my father. And most times, those Nigerians, I'm sorry to say, maybe let me just say people related to me, once they call you, there was time I sent money to someone. I think it was about 250,000. So the person has forgotten that, probably the person didn't know that the phone was still on. And the person now said, oh, 150,000 no for me. Like I just gave him 150,000 naira. Like that thing really touched me. It's funny because that time I did not even have the money. I had to borrow the money from my husband. So sometimes some Nigerians, they feel so entitled. They feel as if they can just come to you anytime and collect any money they want. And even when you give the little you can, they'll still abuse you and insult you and do a lot of things. And I can say that if you call 1,000 of them that you need any money or you need anything, I'm very sorry, you might not see one person to even assist you.
Yeah.
I don't know your name, but yeah, you're correct. It's true. There's this entitlement mentality that we deal with. Like, people are really entitled, honestly, and it doesn't just make sense. So you ask me for money, from the depth of my heart, I give you what I have, and then the next thing you're like, only this amount. Some people don't even say thank you to you.
No.
The person didn't tell me thank you. The person did not tell me thank you.
You know, another thing I noticed, like this is from experience, like they come to you and they make you feel like without that money, they are dead. They can't even do anything. You have to send money. In fact, I'm dying immediately. And you, out of the small one you have, you send. And the next thing you see them on Facebook with bottles of beer, Ishewu. We're having
They're not living the type of lifestyle that you that you're working for the money cannot even live.
You cannot buy Ishewu in the UK on your own. Like you send the money to them, and you see they are having the Ishewu beer, and the next thing, the 2, 3, 4 days later, they come, oh, sis, I'm so, like they just come with another story again. Now you cannot even comfortably post your pictures on Facebook. Tochi, I don't know if you're experiencing the same thing. Because they will come, check your DM.
Thank you.
They are making us not living our life. I won't lie to you. Like some days I feel like just shutting down my Facebook. But on the other hand, I'm like, excuse me, I've been existing. These are not even people that you know, maybe because they know, oh, are you not chief, so-so-so's daughter, oh, my child, like different, So sometimes I just feel like I want to run away from social media because if you post a beautiful picture, it's like you have plenty money, not knowing that our clothes are seasonal clothes, that there are some clothes I have 10 years ago I'm still wearing.
And the clothes are cheap, very affordable. You can easily walk into any charity shop and buy a clothes, £2, £1,
exactly,
and it will be so fine.
Charity and Primark are my best.
Thank
Charity
you,
and
my
Primark
sister.
are where I chop my clothes. I don't go anywhere else.
So I think this whole.
But you see those people in Nigeria buying clothes from Next.
you miss it. Like for me, I miss all of them. I miss all of them because I've got grandchildren, and I realize that there are some clothes I bought for them that they haven't worn. They are brand new, like because they are growing it, especially during COVID. I have boxes of clothes I bought, so you miss it. So, but what I'm trying to say is that you cannot live your life, your normal life, Tochi. For me, like sometimes I can't even post picture on my social media handle because the next thing they will even go under that picture. Fajira, please check DM. And when you check DM, is either one problem, or so I think it's high time that people back home should know that.
Because my husband got there before I came. I came in 6 months after my husband came to the UK, and I remember the first thing he told me, he said, anytime you see any Nigerian number that are not your family members or my family members, don't pick the call. Because the next thing you please now, I beg, even if now 100,000, send it now.
You're talking
and
about
there are messages that are really suspicious. Like Someone that have not even talked to you in a long time. Next thing, person will just say
People that
hi.
have not even seen before in my life, they will start telling you how you are related, that you are the sister of the uncle of that auntie that you are related to.
You're talking about that. I know some people right now in the UK that have a particular number. This is a secret. They have a number that when they want to call family members or friends, they use that number to call. And after that one, they put the SIM back and they go on with their number. Because of what? They say they're having heart attack. And all of these things cannot even make you live longer. For instance, I have 3 children. Somebody that is begging me money from Nigeria has 1 child with 2 housemaids. I do not have 1 housemaid. I am doing my things myself. Morning, afternoon, night. I'm sick. I'm taking care of children. My children are sick. I'm taking care of them. You that have housemaids, you will ask from somebody in the UK to give you, and you pay housemaid, and you cross your legs as madam. We don't cross legs as madam in the UK. We work for, you have to do everything for yourself.
And the bills are not smiling. I know if I say this one now, Rosie will say, of course, we in Nigeria are paying bills too. But see, I've lived in Nigeria. It's not even been long I came to the UK, honestly. So I've lived in Nigeria. I've paid bills in Nigeria. See, you can't compare Nigerian bills with UK bills.
You can't.
That's the truth. Because most times, if you say, oh, the bills you're paying abroad is too much, people in Nigeria will come and tell you, are we not paying bills here? People talk as if we don't pay bills. See, that's not the argument. It's not the point. My point is, bills here are monthly. Like you receive your salary, and then by the time all your bills will just go out, you'll not be looking for the money that you worked for.
Nothing.
And you won't see. You're like, where did it go?
Nowhere.
It's from the remainder of that small money that you will eat. It's from the remainder that you will send to people, your family and your parents, your siblings. Some people are even paying the school fees of their siblings, right? Today your sibling will come, uncle, I need laptop, I need phone. And it's you that is taking care of everything about your siblings, right? Then somebody out there, very entitled human being, will still come and ask you for money, and then you will now squeeze from that remainder that you have after you have paid everything and still struggling to eat. You now squeeze and give the person 10K, and the person will not even say thank you. The person will be like, so you are a brother, it's only 10K that you're sending to me. It's only recharge card that you're sending to me. And I'm like, but you don't even know if I have it. So you don't know my situation, but you're just entitled. You're just being ungrateful. And those things are not really funny, honestly. I think we should try to appreciate those abroad more. Exactly. It's not easy. It's not easy. People are struggling. Like I said,
so I think
there are people in Nigeria. Rosie, did you know that you might have money more than me that is talking here?
Big YouTuber. Okay.
Very true. Very true.
The thing is, I think I like
that have money more than because you're abroad, like you are now automatic.
That's why people should keep on making these videos. Because shout out to you guys. Because when I was growing up, in my mind too, if somebody's abroad, the person does not have any life problems. That was that was the whole how it looked. But now this our generation, we are very vocal. They do us for head. People have gone now and seen that this place, the point is that there are opportunities here. You understand? And if you are hardworking, you can be very successful. But in Nigeria, you can be hardworking, you not go see success because nothing there for you to see your success. Yeah. You get? Yeah. So now people are now going and saying, if you come here and you work hard, you can be very successful. There are opportunities here for you to make money, to go to school, all those kind of things. Now people are also saying that, but here we work our asses off. You can be in the cold working long shifts, you understand? But before, they tell us this part. The only thing we hear about abroad is the soft life, the good life. So, but now people are becoming more vocal, and we are beginning to know too that, so this place is good, but it's not as though they pick money on the floor, or there are some trees that Queen Eliza kept for people to cut, and that's the thing. So these kind of videos too are good. Also, sometimes you might need to call your family members, explain to them. Some might refuse to understand in the long run, but you've done your part. And like Tochi said, like I was watching your other video where you said, when you send money and it gets to a particular level, you are done for the month unless it's an emergency. And I think everybody too should do that. Like, unless it's an emergency, it's like you can get money now. You will make money. You've not bought any new hair. You've not bought any new shoes. The person that is calling you is calling you for money, maybe to buy new bone straight. You understand? You too, you like bone straight. How much is bone straight? If you buy it, you tell the vendor in Lagos to ship it to you. It's 5 days. DHL don't send and come UK. You too, you can buy bone straight from Nigeria. So you should tell people too that this money I'm giving you, I'm working hard for it. And people are beginning to know now, because I see a lot of posts on Instagram, make una leave us with UK, all this kind of thing. And I see those posts because people now are beginning to come out and talk about the struggles. The truth is that before, they don't talk about the struggles so much. And I'm happy people are talking about it too, that yes, there's a good part, but it's also a place where you go to really, really work to earn every money that you earn. So, but you guys too should understand. I no go agree for that exchange
We
rate. It's
understand.
better. It's
Please,
better.
guys, feel free to call in and give your
Yes.
opinion. Clara,
We
I don't know why you're
understand.
not calling in. No. I don't know why you're just busy typing your comments. Better call in and tell us your opinion. Do you know that especially students, do you know all those guys on student visa? So most of them are struggling because they just pay their fees, deposits.
Yeah.
They will now pay, those that have family, they will now pay money. Some people even borrowed, do proof of funds, bring their family, they will still come here, get a house, pay rent, pay bills, do everything, and still work. They can't even work more than 20 hours a week, but they're still struggling to pay up their fees.
Yeah.
They're still struggling to finish off their payments. And at the same time, there are responsibilities back home for them. And they still have, then you now ask somebody who is a student in the UK, and the person will now send you 5,000 naira. And you now say, what is this?
Only 5,000.
Like, that is heartbreaking. Seriously, because those guys are struggling. Like, I have a friend, right, who was a student, and after he studied, he just got a tier 2 sponsorship job, and he's now plump, he's now fat, he's now fresh. And I saw him, and I'm like, you're looking fine now, fresh. He was like, yes, now the days of suffering are over. So as a student, he was struggling, suffering, and he was still sending money back home. But people will not know, everybody is abroad, everybody, you're abroad, send us money. Then that guy, when he was a student, struggling, looking like broomstick. Even with their brother, say people come abroad and get fresh. He's still not even fresh because the struggle don't finish out.
Yeah.
Then he will now struggle. You now ask him, tell him your daughter is sick, your son is sick. He will now send you 5,000. I said that's what he has. You will now hiss for him. You not even tell him thank you because you feel he's too small. Like next time, do you think even now that he now has more money, do you think if you ask him for anything, you think he will give you?
He won't give now. He won't give.
Let's appreciate people abroad. US, UK, Canada, Europe, Italy, everywhere.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember? I don't know if you guys watched the video of a friend of mine, course rep, that traveled abroad by sea. I almost died. And there's so many people like that travel to Italy, Europe by land just to survive. And they are there still struggling, trying to make ends meet. Then you now ask that kind of person, you now say because he's abroad, you're not asking for money. He now, coughs out 5K and gives you. You now hiss for him and say, nonsense, I thought you were abroad. See what you're giving me. Hey, God.
I think it's high time, people get to understand, especially those overseas. I'm just praying to God that everybody that is praying for this visa sponsorship job should just get it and come and see for themselves. That's my prayer every day. When I talk to them, I say, I'm just praying. Please go and apply. When you apply, get it and come and see what life is all about here. You pay your rent on monthly basis. We are from a background that we pay rent on yearly basis back home. If you pay this year, you know that the 12 months is till next year, But in the UK, you have to be paying your rent every month. You're paying everything, everything is on monthly basis. So sometimes you look at the shift you have worked. You look at how much that will come in. I remember when you work over 48 hours, you get, I think, 40% tax or so, thereabout. You pay higher tax when you exceed your weekly hours. So by the time you start looking at all those things, and at the end of the day, you're left with 50 pounds, how much do you want to send? It's not even enough to buy food. Now, the cost of things, we all know, even as Nigeria is crying, we say we are crying, but we cannot come to the YouTube all the time to come and cry that we are dying, but it's actually killing us silently. So these are things we should look at, that the bills we pay back home, we don't pay in Port Harcourt to drive now. Anywhere you can just park anywhere. But if you're going to London, you have to pay congestion charge. I think Faith and us were talking about it the last time you had live stream. You have to pay for literally everything, apart from the air. The only everything we don't pay for is the
And
air.
the fact that labor here is not even cheap.
It's not.
Somebody mentioned it that he was trying to move,
Yeah.
and the money the truck collected from him. Labor here is not cheap. In Nigeria, you can get somebody to move your property, you pay the person 20K. You can get house help, you pay 10K. You can get somebody carpenter to fix something, you pay 5,000, 2,000. Here, it's not like that though.
No.
They will come and charge you £40 per hour, £30 per hour, 20-something pounds per hour. And you will pay from the same money you are making.
So
please though, cut them some slack. We have new wonderful guests here. We have Ifoma, we have
Hi, Ifoma.
Hi. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, I just wanted to add my own voice to this. I just came online now and I saw this, and I'm happy this topic is going on because I think if you see my Nigerian SIM now, it's in one of my phones. I think my son is playing with that phone, because if you look at the number of chats and the number of please help me, please, I lost my brother, please, I lost my dad, please, I need, it looks as if they don't understand one thing. People back home need to understand that we are working. We are not just in this country to get money from anywhere. It's work. We work to make those money. And so if you understand the fact that I need to go to work and then do some shifts and then make that money, then you appreciate the fact that I struggle for that money. Because I think last week I have a friend that was ill. So I've not called her for about 2 weeks. So last week I called her to say, sorry, I've not been able to call you because myself I know well. I've been off sick, and the first question she asked me was, so that video you put on Instagram, Unko. I said, video on Instagram. I had to even think, and I said, oh, that video on Instagram is because that's my friend you saw on that video just left Postmod. So I had to say goodbye to her, and that's why I put that video up. I see me explaining myself as if I owe her something, as if I owe to explain why I had a video up on Instagram. But she forgot the fact that that video would have been done a long time ago, and I just decided to post it on that particular. So you see that feeling of entitlement, it's sickening, sincerely, because I have somebody who recently sent me a long list of his wedding, cost of wedding, whatever, hall, cow, waiting. And he keeps sending me messages to ask me which of them I'm going to do for him. I not be your papa, I not be your mama, I'm not related to you in any way. How am I obliged to sponsor your marriage? I'm not saying we should not help people, but people need to understand that we have families.
Yeah.
We have our parents, we have our brothers, we have our sisters, we have our cousins. If we finish taking care of all these people, and we say, sincerely, sometimes it's depressing. It's depressing, I will not lie, because if you have a heart that likes to give, and you keep seeing all these messages, you will just be upset that these people don't understand what you're in. And I think our people need to understand the fact that we are struggling. If you see my eyes and I see dark cycles, I do just night shifts. I do night shifts. My husband has to do day shifts because we have kids. I cannot afford childcare, and that is why we are running shifts with our children. Sometimes we exchange the kids by the door. Just by the door we exchange our keys. I'm going. That is how we say bye-bye, just by the door. And people don't understand. I'm not complaining.
So annoying.
I'm not complaining. I'm happy I'm in a better place because my kids are going to have this opportunity. But they need to understand that we are struggling. If I have that amount of money, then I should afford childcare for my children and rest. I need peace of mind. I need to sleep at least. But of course, I have to do that shift. I do shift at work. I come home, I run shift again because we have to just balance life. Recently, someone sent me a message and said he was thinking that by now I should have added to his house project back in Nigeria. Meanwhile, the time I add to your house project, I don't even have land. I said, you see, which kind of wahala is this one now? He said, you did not even give me flight. Not that I'm complaining, but you didn't even sponsor anything when I was there. You didn't even give me crayfish when I was traveling. Now you're asking for your house project. I just love this topic. I wish a lot of people will come online to see it and then appreciate that if someone abroad gives you 5,000, just don't bother about the exchange rate. Appreciate the fact that it's coming from a heart that can give. It's not everybody that can give that.
Let me bust your bubble. Do you know there are people who will calculate your salary in naira for you? If you tell somebody I'm earning 1.5.
They will tell you
that you are earning millions of naira.
But they forget that you're not spending millions. You're not
You're not
spending it in
spending
naira.
naira, you're spending
They will
pounds. You
tax
earn
it.
1.5,
Yeah,
and that 1.5, what might be
You
left
pay
for you
house rent one.
at the end
maybe
of your bill
one,
is
two.
£200.
I'm telling you.
That's why people will now pick extra
Yeah,
shifts. The day you're off duty,
Yes,
you're supposed to be resting. You're not
yeah.
going to be picking extra shifts when you're supposed to be resting.
exactly.
My colleague at work was telling me today that see how he's looking old because of work. He has worked and worked and worked and worked. He's not looking older than
Recently,
his
I think for
age.
the past 2 weeks, I've not picked any extra shift. Someone was asking me, how far you're not doing extra shifts? I told her, you see this money, it can never be enough. I am tired.
Never.
Let
No,
me
it's
just
Thank you.
focus on my main shift for now. My
And
kids need
rest.
me. Let me focus on my main shift.
the
Because
thing is,
this, if you keep working and working and thinking, you will make the money, yes, but it will never be enough.
it
It
will
will
never.
never. And your kids will keep, every evening, my kids will ask me, Mommy, are you going to work today? I'm tired of saying yes. Let me say no sometimes and rest, I beg.
I think
So,
sometimes then we are abroad, Toshi. Iffy, right? You're iffy.
yeah.
Okay, I think sometimes we should try and create life work balance. This is what I told myself this year. In a way that no matter like how we work, we should try and find some time to ourselves.
Take
Because
it. Yes.
I
Yeah.
think if we don't do this on time as Africans in abroad generally, there will come a time that we will not have a life of our own anymore,
Yes.
because all we do is to work, send money, pay our black tax. We are taking care of the children. We don't have any time to ourselves to like
At all.
sit. So I think in as much as we are here, we are looking after our families back home, family here. We should also, Toshi said that, like you said, that once you send, you know that it's done for the month. We should try and harden it, especially those that are free-handed. Tell yourself that this is my limit this month. No matter how, they should wait till the next month.
To them,
Because
yes. Yeah.
yeah, if you keep doing that, I've gotten a call. I was even conducting an interview that day with somebody, and I was, pausing the call. But when I finished, I called back. Oh, I beg, my gas just finished. I was cooking my gas, and in my head, I was like, "This is madness. How will a gas?" There are certain things that you don't even call somebody
Call,
abroad.
yes.
Can borrow from another person, and you wait for the person to send you later, and you give to the person. I was so disappointed. At the end of the day, when you send the money, like I said, you yourself, you're working hard for that money, but you can't spend it
Can't
because
spend it.
you're working
Exactly.
hard
Exactly.
so we should try and learn how we can at least look after our mental health. It is very,
Yes.
very important.
Very, very important.
A lot
Thank
And
you
of
I
so
us,
just
much. Thank you
remembered,
for this
like, do you
topic.
know that a friend of mine one time sends money to her sister, right? She just, normal, she sends money to her every month. But this one was not every month. It was just like regular during the week or
yeah,
within the month money.
yeah,
She
yeah.
needed money and they sent it. So the next day, the girl called, my gas just finished. My
Same
subscription
thing.
just finished. And she was like, but I just sent you money yesterday. Why not use that money to sort
To
out those things? So
subscribe, yeah.
that I'll not be the one to fill your gas because
I'm talking with
Hello?
my friend. Hello,
Okay.
Tochi.
It's
Oh, her
frozen. I think,
network.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think we have
Oh.
Chini official here. Let's give her.
Hello.
All right.
Hello.
Thank you very much. I have to go now.
All
Thank
right,
you,
Ify.
Bye.
Ify,
Thank you
for
Bye.
for
calling. Thank
joining.
you for your
Thank you.
contribution.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye.
Okay. Hello.
Hi,
Tochi.
Hi.
Chini.
Hi, Fajiri. Yeah, I'm fine.
Hi, Jenny. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm really, really happy. Like this topic, when I saw it, I was like, this topic needs to go on national television because, like, I'm in UK. Like, let me just say, I'm just up like 1 year here in the UK. I just came last year with student visa. Okay, so I can understand virtually everything that we are discussing here. Like, you see that, like what Toshi said, that this stinginess can never it can never stop. People at home can never stop saying Nigerian in diaspora are stingy, because if you give to two people, and maybe your budget for the month has, like you said, this month I'm going to be helping two people, all right, then the next month I continue or something like that. Then after giving to like two people, maybe you gave them money to solve their pressing need or whatever, those people that you didn't now help, that they will be the one to now tag you that stingy. there's no how you can be able to satisfy everyone. So that stinginess of a thing about people in abroad can never stop. So the thing there is just for us to, like we have already discussed, to prioritize our needs, do the needful, then you just live your life. Because those people, I was one that typed, why can't people in Nigeria sometimes send to people in abroad?
Okay. I'm sorry.
Because surprisingly, some people in Nigeria are doing way better than we here.
Very well.
Like I don't even want to, I've not even gathered morale to come and tell my story fully, because when I newly came, like I said, I came with student visa. People that normally come with student visa that are really suffering. It's not easy. I can tell you. Just imagine the amount of school fees you pay. By the time you come here, by the time every month or every term, the school will be reminding you of your installment, your accommodation, every other thing. Although I'm staying with my husband, but here in the UK, in fact, one person's salary is not always enough, okay? It's not always enough. You just, so now, in my own scenario, when I came, there was not this minor issue I had with immigration people. I don't know all this NIN number and all that. Okay. So there was a letter that was supposed to come out with my passport, but it didn't come out with my passport, and I didn't know, being the first time traveling. So when I came, the first 3 months, I could not work, because even the school was demanding for that document, for them to complete my documentation, something they call temporary NIN number or whatever. I couldn't even get my BRP. That means that I couldn't get my NIN, and I wasn't able to do any work. So within that 3 months, before that 3 months elapsed, okay, I wasn't working. It was only my husband that was carrying everything, and I was going to school. Before you knew it, I took in. Even when I went to, not maybe if I can see all this care work, or maybe just any kind of work that can generate more money for me, those people seeing that you're already pregnant and all that, they were after contacting you, they'll say, I'll get back to you, but
they will call you,
unfortunately, because they're not getting back to you. Now, imagine for the whole 1 year staying in the UK, you are struggling with your studies, you are pregnant, you are not working, there's some people back home, and these people are not even immediate family members. Some of them are just people you have not even talked to for years. They will be calling you and guys, I don't have anything to if you see the pathetic stories that they will narrate
anything for your girl, anything for your boy.
I know that I will just tell you, oh, sorry, I don't have, because I can't kill myself. So guys, I think that in fact this particular, this kind of topic should be on the national television. They should just start, they just need to start, they should start sympathize. I don't know what to say, in fact, but people in Nigeria should just know that we abroad, okay, we are really trying our best. This
you mentioned
entitlement too. That one too is because most of people back home, they don't know how to show appreciation. I don't know why. They don't know how to show appreciation, and that's even what discourages most people here. Because when you help 1 or 2 people, and at the end of the day, they will still tell me look at the amount of money you are sending to me. You will not be encouraged to do more. So guys, I'm really, really happy for this discussion. So
thank you, Chini. Thank you so much for calling.
Thank you.
We appreciate
it. Thank you.
Yeah,
so we have Samuel here. Hi, Sammy. Hello, Samuel.
Yeah, hi guys. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can, sir.
Okay, good. See, this topic is like everyone else have said, it's a very funny topic. I think, look, you guys are looking at mostly people who are not even immediate family. I'm even looking at my own family, immediate family. I moved to the UK, okay, just less than 3 months after getting to the UK. My elder brother called me and said I should send him £250 to buy drinks for his friends.
To buy what?
Not because he needs it for anything very, very important, just to buy drinks. And I asked him why. Are you the first to have a younger brother abroad or what?
Oh my God!
Yes. That's the craziness of this thing. The sense of entitlement is something else. I went back to Nigeria for my marriage, and my own younger sister was talking behind me that I came back with I don't want to spend money. on them. It got to the point where even the mother was sprayed, that they sprayed me during my marriage. She took some away without even letting me know. That she want to take it on. So it's crazy. Look, the type of things you are seeing, everybody just believe once you are abroad. Everybody just believe that once you are abroad, you are a millionaire. Yeah. Right. As I speak to you right now, I just woke up one morning. I found myself in 3 marriage committee groups. Nobody called me and said, "Bros, I want to add in a group." I'm in the UK. You are in Nigeria. You're adding me in marriage committee groups. How am I going to plan it with you?
Let them go there. That one is normal. Every day, someone is adding you to committee of friends to contribute money for wedding. Like every day.
Contribute money now.
Exactly. I remember somebody sent me a message one day. A young man in my state, a friend. I went for my marriage. He charged me money to come and be my MC. And then I came back a week later. He said he wants to run for the state APC youth leader, and I should sponsor him. And I asked him.
So you come and work hard and sponsor him. Eh?
Exactly.
Oh my God! I don't know even what they think when they make such requests. Like
I don't know what they think. Yeah. I don't know what they think. Someone called me one day and was telling me he was acting angry that I came back to the country. I got mad, I didn't even let him know and all of that. So when I saw the message, because I know I've interacted with him a few times, I said, okay, let me just give that courtesy of calling him on WhatsApp and then probably explain to him what happened. And after I did that, the next thing, the minute I ended the call, he dropped me WhatsApp and said, okay, you don't explain, I don't understand. Alpha Rojami. I was like, you and I have not spoken for about 3 years. This is the very first time you're chatting up with me. You're even talking to me, and you begin to you don't begin to tax me. That's not how they do things. So look, they say we are stingy. We are not stingy. They don't know what we are going through here.
Thank you.
The truth is that they don't have the slightest idea. You see, when I married my wife, I brought her over here after a couple of months, and I said, I know when you were back home, you think everything was rosy. I think now you're here, you're seeing things for yourself. Yeah. So it is easy to think that there's money on the street of UK or whatever country you are. Once you get here, in as much as you don't enter flight, don't drop for this place. Irrespective of how long you've been here, you're a millionaire now. And everybody can just come and pluck off money from you as will.
I pray for them. Let me tell you guys this gist, right? When I gave birth to my son here in the UK, you know how you're calling people to say, oh, my wife just gave birth. My husband called somebody and said, oh, my wife just gave birth. Guess what the person said? Bro, you don't born, you get picking now, you go send me money.
Are you serious?
You never say congratulations. I don't understand. Send you money, say I born. And your wife just gave birth. So you have so many financial responsibilities.
Oh, that's sad.
You will buy picking clothes, you will buy things, you will
everything.
And it was just us. Nobody was doing omugo. We did omugo by ourselves, my mother and I. So everything we bought for ourselves by ourselves, right? So we needed money, we needed money. Money people dash us cash gifts then. It was so useful. In fact, there was this charity organization that was giving me 100 and something pounds every week.
Wow.
I said that money was everything to me.
Wait, Faith, hold on. My wife just gave birth now, Beck. My kid just 3 months old. Wait till the charity organization in my back. Think I follow apply.
Oh my God.
You have money. You don't need charity organization money. Please, they
don't have any idea what we are going through in this country. They don't know that bills alone take more than 60% of your earnings, and then you have the rest to manage with yourself. You said maybe you have a mom and a dad back home, and a few immediate family members you take care of. Once that money goes out of you, you are almost empty.
You have to wait till the next
school
month.
fees. Some of us pay school fees of our siblings, but we don't want to have that conversation.
Are you talking about? Let me tell you something, Tochi. Like you talked about when you had your baby, the same thing, similar thing. Mine was not money. They said when I had my child, because I always have CS, and imagine somebody having CS, and on the third day, I'm beating my child with my CS. Is that bad? Myself and my husband, because my husband is always scared of me.
That night, so I came out from the hospital
with CS. So they were like, oh, hey, your own better. You don't pay money to give birth now in abroad. It's free. And in my head, I was like, wait, though. You mean that, do you know how much tax we have paid for us to be able to be entitled to this? How about some of us, our children go to private school. Somebody told me about we don't pay for school fees. say your children, I need to pay my children's school fees. I beg, send me money. And I was like, you don't say we don't pay school fees in the UK, because lots of family, they send their children to private school. There are still private schools in the UK that you pay school fees.
And UK private schools are expensive. You know what it's called? Expensive.
So nobody should think that we don't pay school fees over here in the UK. We pay school fees, especially if you want your child to go to a private school. The same way, if you're in Nigeria, you want your child to go to a private school, you pay school fees, right? Because if your child is in a general school, the general standard is okay. But some families still want their children to go to private school. How about secondary school, grammar school? You want them to go to you have to save towards that. And UK has a level balance. There is they look at your earnings. Two family, there are two households, like they put your earnings together before you can say, okay, you're entitled to this or you're not entitled.
Yeah.
So if they look at the earnings and it's more than certain amounts, then you can't be entitled to some of the things that people back home think that we're entitled to over here in the UK. So that's one of the things we have to
Yes, I am like this, so I need money. Please, you should dash me money.
I bet Esther, jokes apart, that charity, I beg, I need them. See,
I don't know if it's going to be in your city or it's in my town. I don't know if it's good. It's called Motherwell Charity Group. It's here in my town. I don't know if it's going to be in your town. So
it's okay. You know, the thing is, look,
helped me. They gave me baby clothes.
Yeah.
If I ask, do you want breast pump? Do you want bed? Do you want this?
You're lucky.
You're lucky.
No, you're not seeing me that people are dashing money. Charity case. You're not telling me to give you money. When I give you, when I don't give you, you not say I'm stingy. I accept it too. Like Clara said, that she has accepted the title stingy with her future.
You see, that is a title I'm even planning to embrace. In short, I'm going to even put that I'm going to post that for my wall every day for Facebook, but just to remind them that I'm stingy, because they really don't do too much. They believe it's becoming too much. See,
it's becoming too much.
Almost every time I go to my, for months now, I don't go through my messenger on Facebook. Because if I do, there was a day a lady sent me a message that I don't know her. She's based in Port Harcourt. I'm from Cross River State. I don't even know her. She sent me a message that she actually have an interview earlier that day. Sometime I think about an hour or two. She doesn't even have money to pay transport to go to the place or even feed. I said, well, and I thought, okay, let me help you. I just sent her 3,000 naira from my Nigeria account. Do you know, about a week or so later, she didn't even come and tell me the outcome of the interview. About a week or so later, she now sent me a message that as she is right now, she didn't even get money to even chop. That the interview went. How was it? He said she got the job. She didn't even get transport to even go to work. That I said, see, I can't help you anymore. Okay, I've tried my best. It just, I don't go through my messenger anymore. If I suppose to say, if they tell me hi for messenger, I don't reply, because if I answer hello, the next thing I billing.
I know somebody that has two Facebook accounts. He's in Germany. He said he has one Facebook that he does not use for the one that they know him on, that he's in abroad, and he has the one that people don't disturb him. So he's just
it's crazy. Trust me.
Now I saw a comment. I wanted to just address that comment. Somebody was saying that you should be giving because you're privileged to be abroad, blah blah blah. See, I think that person is misunderstanding the whole point of
the person know the abroad. That person is not abroad in the first place. First of all,
the person is in Nigeria, right? So
I'm sure.
do you know how much we spend at home? I don't know if he wants to go there. Okay, do you know how much we send home every month?
Every month.
Do you know how many people are abroad?
So let me give you an example. Let me give you an example.
That, right? So it's not like we're not doing our best. We are. We still have friends, families, relations who still calling once in a while, and you send money to them. Well, we'll not come here now and be saying all those things, right? But the essence of this video is just to let you know that cut those are abroad, cut them some slack. They are trying. Yeah. If you ask somebody for money and the person says they don't have, believe they don't have.
They don't understand. If you ask them for money and they give you that I don't have, to them is a big fat lie. That I don't have is a big fat lie for them. See, about 2 weeks ago, Esther, there's a client that is I used to develop a website when I was in Nigeria. There's a client that I need to do. They wanted to use their website for recruitment, so I had to upgrade it and do some stuff for them. They paid in some money. What came into my account was 180,000 naira. At the end of 2 days later, Faith, Esther, what was left in my account was 1,000 naira. The rest I was giving to friends. This is what I'm saying. I got married 2 years ago. You didn't say this. do one collect 20, this one collect 30. That 180 finished in a space of 2 days. I didn't use one. I didn't send that much to any of my person.
It's like that.
People don't understand. Then if somebody else come after that money don't go so and ask you for money, tell them, look, I'm exhausted. I'm empty this month. Oh, this guy is wicked. That is what they think.
When you say you don't have money, that you're lying. I don't get it.
That's what they think.
That's what they think.
Anything they go say, okay, anything at all. I'm like, but I don't have. I think they should try and understand. This is not, and most of these people sometimes are not family people. People you don't even know. They just see your profile. Maybe they see.
They're the one that feel most entitled.
They keep, so I think they should try and understand that the life, the struggle, is
see, labor is cheap back home. Labor is not cheap. You know how much childcare is? If you want a music school for your child, you pay per hour.
How about swimming?
But in Nigeria, you can easily go and get 10,000 naira. In fact, for free in your church to teaching them guitar and for free. They'll be learning it. But if you want to learn any special skill,
in Nigeria, you can call a carpenter, somebody to come and hang your TV for you. When I hang mine, they charge me 60-something pounds to hang the TV on the wall.
To do it,
And for Sudan, you came with violence, so you really came with violence for this live stream. So we have Omotala here. Can we just allow her to talk?
Okay, that's fine.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Hi.
Hi.
Omotala.
Hi.
Omotala.
Yeah, Omotala, yes, Omotala. Yeah, he's a guy.
Oh, really? I was expecting a woman, no?
He's a guy. Yeah, calling from Poland. Yeah. Hi, Tochi. Hi, Farida.
Hi, welcome.
Yeah.
It's nice joining. It's a very lovely topic. Yeah. Honestly, I sent message before. The billing is in Nigerian DNA. Honestly. Billing.
I saw that message. I saw it.
It's in Nigerian DNA.
Yeah.
In fact, I left Nigeria this year, January, to Poland. Yeah. I got to Poland January. February, somebody was telling me, please, have you started work? Have you been paid? I said, I don't understand. Jesus. I said, Nigeria, December, you know about this traveling. You were there when I want to sell my car. Why don't you tell me I should leave that car for my wife and you will support me with the money? Yeah. The guy was shocked. He said, Samuel, you are so blunt. I said, yeah, I'm blunt. You are in Nigeria in December when I was struggling. And you could not even tell me that, don't sell that car, leave it for your wife. Don't worry. Now you are telling me this is February. So you ought to have been paid now. I think you travel with work visa. So it's in Nigerian DNA. When I was in Nigeria, they bill me. Before I could enter my house, I have to dodge, look around. Look, all these guys, I don't know where they are from. Shama Father. If you are in Nigeria, if you know Nigeria very well, Lagos, you will know that billing is going on already. It's in the DNA. Everybody wants to collect. I know people that will come to my church, wait for me outside the gate of the church. Pastor Afana, Pastor, I said, what is all this? So
and they will give you titles that you need to defend those titles by giving.
They will give you shaman, they will give you honorable, they will give you beautiful bros. Every beautiful you be boss. So every beautiful name they will give to you just to collect. So I noticed that thing is in Nigerian DNA. So engagement spirit with it. When you now travel abroad, you now get bad. Oh, they believe. So I don't think I hold anybody explanation to tell them, do you know how I struggle? I don't know. I don't hold them any explanation. I bluntly said to them, are you okay? Somebody was just a friend, like 5 years, we've not even talked. He got to know that I travel maybe on Instagram or anything. How are you doing now? The next thing is to send a Wema bank account to me. That's my account, please. Anything at all. I said, I didn't even reply. I don't need to reply. So I don't need to reply. So because I just left Nigeria.
You short. Do you know that's why some people travel and they don't post their pictures for like 1 year, 6 months? They don't even,
I did that. I did post my picture.
I have a friend, a former cousin. I go to the UK before I knew that he's been in the UK for over a year.
Since January,
friend, my very good friend. Though. I go to the UK here before I even realize that he's been here in the UK. He's almost finished his masters.
So
that's why people are hiding their traveling this time. A lot of people are hiding their traveling. They don't want people to know.
You have to hide it because they will not. I don't allow them to give me stress because I don't own anybody. My families are not disturbing me. So how come somebody from afar will disturb me? So I don't think we really need to explain to them what we are facing or anything. Just like block anybody you want to block. Block them. Block anybody that wants to do nonsense. I block them. What, don't talk to me. What is it? So it has been happening in Nigeria. You follow me down. What are you a monitoring spirit? Are you then sent? So my sister, I really enjoy your
right?
thing.
And that people suffering this thing are people who have their spouses abroad. So you are abroad and you have your family, your wife and kids abroad. Then they suffer more because people will be saying, "Oh, your husband is abroad." So they will not be looking up to them. They will not even be getting favors anymore from people. People will just be looking at them and be saying, like they have their own money in the world simply because their husband or their wife is abroad.
Even parents that have their children abroad. My wife, when we went for a marriage, her mother church or mother group promised her some money. After the wedding, I brought her to the UK. A month later, so they told her in the church that, look, you have a daughter abroad. You don't need that money anymore. They refused to give her the money.
My mom, few years ago,
the same thing with my mom. They will ask them to buy something, and she will say she doesn't have money to buy. They'll say, but you have a daughter. Ask her. Your daughter is abroad.
Especially a YouTuber like you. YouTuber. They will say, ask your YouTuber daughter.
They will come and see any people have subscribed to your channel. They will convert that to pounds.
You guys are YouTuber. You guys are millionaires.
Few years ago, when I
say people will be converting your salary. Just tell them that you earn £15 every month. They will convert it to naira.
Everybody knows the exchange rate now. Everybody knows the exchange rate. Even they are not dealing with dollar, they know the exchange rate.
I know. I think when I came there as a student, I wasn't even working. I didn't even work in this UK till 2014. I came in 2000 because I didn't work because our currency then was good. And my husband was doing a good job. So he was just sending me money. So I was just living the life. I wasn't working. Now, my mom went to the market when I was here in 2012. I think, no, she passed on. She went in 2011. I just left Nigeria September. November, she went to the market to buy something. And some of her friends, see how you fine. Oh, your daughter don't send you things. Like this one, I was not working. No, my mom said she didn't even know when she was claiming it because they were just looking at her. This your clothes, and it's an old dress. Just like Tochi said, that our families back home, they are suffering it too. It's an old dress. She went to the market. Like, oh, your dress is so beautiful. Oh, thank God for your daughter. Or meanwhile, your daughter is a student here in the UK. Things were not as bad as it was. So imagine the students that are coming now. And if you're coming as a student, you are going, your partner or whoever is coming, we pay council tax. You, the day you drop your pen as a student, drop your project, you're liable to start paying tax. So even the small money you think you will save after being a student, you will put it in tax, council tax, and other things. So they don't really understand, especially when you're coming here as a student. They expect you to start spending money immediately, or if they see your loved ones, they will think that all the things you're wearing is from you. It's because of what she said that actually made me remember this. When my mom called me that day, I went to the market and this is what they said, that I was looking good at my daughter, and my daughter just left a month ago. I just claimed it.
And your daughter might even be on maternity leave. It's not any one couple. It's just there, suffering, taking care of baby.
Looking for cleaning.
Looking for charity money.
like someone is looking for one now.
Please look for it's very important because nobody will give you money. So if you say charity group that is willing to give you money, see, with your full chest, grab it.
After that's the only public fund I'm entitled to now.
Thank you, my brother.
If it's charity organization, you are, but when it's not charity, Biko, run away because some public funds not as a way of you.
Hi, Tochi. Can you hear me?
Let me leave you guys. Let me give a space for others who want to join to come and speak.
Is that Samuel or is that Motala?
Yeah.
Thank you, Samuel. I really appreciate your contribution. No, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Hi, Tochi. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Hello. Yeah, hello everyone. My name is Kebs. I'm not from Nigeria. I'm from Uganda, and I've been following Tochi for since she started anyway. But I've been in UK for more than 10 years, so I have experience on some of the things you're saying. My point is more about relatives. Know about friends, and I encountered those ones, but there's some relatives who are entitled. Like they think Tochi is there, she's my sister, she's my brother, all this. They have to do this. Some I went through it, some people went through it. I'll speak from my example, not others. It reached a point, you Nigeria use the word when you japa. Yeah. So I japped and blah blah. I was still young. I thank God I was privileged to look after my family, my young siblings, to see them through school and everything. But what happened, every time they would finish university, I would sit, of course, on the phone, tell them, now that you're done with university, the only thing I can help you with is medical bills. Because with life, you cannot, there's no second chance on life or something. If somebody says they're in hospital, maybe no one calls for sickness, those kind of things. You can help out. But any other thing you cease to be my responsibility. For God for us all, man for himself. They never understood it. But now, my point is this, with even relatives, we should, and I'm just saying maybe the new people who have come in abroad, UK or anywhere, you should also put a cap on it.
Yeah.
And this does not exclude husband, wife, daughter, mother, father. Because like Tochi, I know Tochi is in UK, I don't know other people, but Tochi, when your council tax is supposed to be paid, they don't want to hear about my father, my mother, or anything. To the point that even if you lose somebody that day and the bill is supposed to go through your account, it has to go through. There is no excuse.
Yeah.
But the person you're helping back home, let's say the closest can be your child, your mom, your father. If it's something that can wait, let them learn to exercise patience. Because these are some of the things that has caused mental health in some diaspora people.
Yeah.
Like, you're like, oh, my mom. Yes, we love them. We do love them. Our husbands, our wife. But then let's put a cap there, end of the month, I'll send you, okay, I'll use in pounds. I'll send you 50 pounds. Manage it until this time. Of course, there are some emergencies that can come in, and even us, some of us, they pay us monthly. So if an emergency comes in and you have overdraft, you go to your overdraft. You get my point? It's not that you have money just being there and you don't use it. I don't want to take your time. Just like I want also, when we are talking about this, the friends business, those ones, I really don't care anymore. I went through it. I went through trauma to the point that you're going to go back home. You shop for them. You shop for them. Maybe it can be lipstick, it can be anything. But when you're going to come back, the only thing I can relate with Nigerians, maybe what we use and use, Maggie cubes?
Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody cannot even buy Maggie cubes to say, take back. You bought something for 20 pounds, for 50 pounds to give to them. You understand? Sometimes it's not about how much do I have or what. Even some of them, you can go, I have a friend. I went there, you say, I don't have anything. And you could see the situation. She gave me her wrapper. It's okay. You understand? At least I know you appreciate. But some of them, and when you go and you don't see them, you don't visit them, they're entitled. Like, oh, you came, you did not see me, you did not do this. Come on. I've come for holiday, even to rest. Don't be entitled so much. As for friends, I don't entertain them, but I don't block them even. You send me WhatsApp message, I'll show you, I protect you. I had it, I saw it, but I don't
Nice.
because I have lived this to the point that, and another thing I want to say is like, please, anyone who has come in diaspora for how many years or what, please try to be in control of your phone. Why?
Yeah.
You are not going to block on Instagram, on Facebook, on WhatsApp. You can't control. Okay, to block, you can, but then
You
why?
can't. Yeah.
You're allowing other people live your life. Me, I'll read it, I'll see it, and I leave it the way it is. That's it. But if I have, and also this one, yes, I'm not saying people shouldn't help. Please help. But
Yeah.
don't go overboard or sacrifice your happiness, your mental health, because you're helping someone. And you know what? You're not helping them with, oh, I was rushed last night, my child was rushed to hospital, or my mom, please help me with £5 or £10. That's different. Somebody last Christmas for me said, oh, please, it's an emergency. I need money for transport and shopping to go in the village for Christmas. I looked for what to answer the person. I'm like, doesn't Christmas happen in the capital city? Is it only in the village? Since then, never came back to me. So those, be in control of your gadgets. In the beginning, set limits, set boundaries with friends, with family. Let's continue helping where we can, but do not sacrifice your life, your happiness, because like Tochi, if you keep on doing that, it's your children and your husband who will suffer.
Exactly.
Simple. Yeah. Those ones will not understand what you're going through and everything. But for them, for you, the people around you, you don't want your house to be remortgaged. You don't want your car to be anything. Because here, no one will, in UK, as far as I know, no one will give you free money, even if it's 10 pounds every week.
Thank you. Keps, thank you for this wisdom. Thank you so much.
No one will give it to you. So
no
if
one.
Nobody.
If no one can give
You're
it,
responsible for everything, yourself, your family, your bills, but for yourself by yourself. So if you're broke, you are broke.
Exactly. And another thing is
like, sorry. This thing just reminded me of a friend that they were both in the UK and they traveled back to Nigeria for their wedding. Do you know that they didn't get any gifts from people?
Exactly.
Yeah, because they are coming
Just
from UK.
because
they are coming from
the UK. I'm telling you, people just assumed that they no gift, and those are the same people that will still bill them and call them and ask for money.
Yes,
people didn't give them. You know, when somebody is wedding and then you buy even one spoon, like this, and give the person, or put 5 naira in an envelope and give the person. I said they did not get.
They won't get, and the thing is, because you're in UK,
the only reason is that they live abroad.
Yeah,
it's their abroad eyes they are using to look at them.
You're in UK.
A gift is a gift. When the person is abroad or in the moon.
Yeah.
You see, I don't know. Sometimes when
you give somebody something, but you expect the person to give you everything.
Exactly. Entitlement. That's what I'm saying. Entitlement.
Entitlement mentality.
Yeah. If the husband doesn't buy for wife or wife buys for husband, you find that no one is going to buy for it. The least I can do for Tochi, I say, oh Tochi, no, can we meet for me lunch out or dinner? And we have to share that bill also. Or we say this time, Tochi, you're going to pay another time. Like that's how it is. And also it's like another reality I want to tell people is like, you see this tithe. I'm not trying to preach. Paying tithe. You cannot say you're starting to pay tithe when the bills are there. They'll possess your house. They'll do everything. I'm not saying you didn't pay it. You pay it. Please, you pay. But what I'm saying is you cannot say I'm taking 200 for tithe when your car insurance is there.
Needs to be paid. Yeah.
Because you use the car to go to work, to do things. Come on, it's common sense. So please, let's apply common sense for all of us, to our relatives and friends.
That's the main thing. Common sense.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kev. Thank you very much.
That's what we need to do.
Yeah, we just have to be wise. Do you know that video I made about how I saved £20,000 in 1 year? Imagine if I came and was just giving, because I started with giving when I first came, but when my eyes clear like this, I said, Tochi, you can't do this.
There is no way we can escape giving. When you first give, when you give, then there must be a limit to giving. So there must be a limit to giving. So because you need to take care of yourself.
And also, you don't have to be emotional. Too emotional when giving, because I know a lot of us, like when we get those frustrating messages, and you become so emotional. And sometimes you even look at collecting from your credit card, and forgetting that you even pay more interest.
That's me now.
And some people even come with this, and they want to borrow. Please, can you borrow me? I'll pay back. And they never, instead of them to come straight and ask you for the money, they will now come and say, can you borrow me 50K? I'll pay you back. And they will never pay you.
I have people owing me for over how many years back because they want to borrow. Or maybe the earlier times I came, I thought maybe buying things, sending them back home to sell, to make money so they could use it to help themselves. All of those things ended in credit. As I speak to you now, people are owing me for like 6-7 years.
They just use the word borrow.
And they come on top of it to like, oh, can you borrow me this amount? And one of them, I reminded her, and I told her recently that I'm going to post all the chats on social media.
No, they've changed the English word now. That borrow is just used. They are demanding.
I think our emotions too needs to be addressed when it comes
to
we just have to be firm. Have to be firm. Do the one you can do, the one you cannot do, just leave it. Don't kill yourself because of what people will say. At the end of the day, those people might not really even care like that about you. They just care about what they are getting from you.
If anything happens to you today, where is the first point of call? Is it
it just gets worse. This thing just gets worse when you are abroad. It happens in Nigeria. It happens even when you are in Nigeria. I'm giving until when somebody speaks sense to me that, are you okay? I say, it's because you are better off than these people. Say no. And I got to see that some people I give money to, go and look at their life. Go and look at what they are doing with the money that you are giving. I know, so I'm the fool here. Then I realized,
like Samuel said,
emotion is carrying me away.
Give him money to buy drinks for his friends.
Exactly.
Exactly. That is how it is.
And don't be surprised that the people you give money to are sometimes richer than you. Think about that. You work and give to them, and they are saving. And
emotion is carrying, and it's because you are of your emotion. When you are emotional,
I think we have to
don't even have that luxury of spending money or buying drinks for friends. So then you now give somebody 250K to go and buy drinks for friends.
250.
Now I don't have people who use their money to maybe go on holidays, give themselves a treat, and just enjoy themselves. Because at the end of the day, they finish.
You talked about holiday, Tochi. Like those of us in that, bro, we should learn how to at least once in a while go on holiday.
Go to the spa. Take care of yourself.
That will make you feel
Stay away from work. Don't pick extra shit. If you're off work, say I'm off work. No extra shit.
That's the best you can enjoy of your money.
Because you just be working. At the end of the day, you just before you know that's it.
Yeah.
So we should look after ourselves. Like I said, our mental health is
very important.
We have
James. We have James. I don't know. Get through him. Sorry. I don't know if I mispronounced your name.
Okay.
Hi, James. He's not here. Okay. Is anybody calling in again? I think I told Federaf 1 hour. We are going to 2 hours. So
oh my God.
We'll be ending it.
Is it very nice? In fact,
we'll be ending this live very soon. We've tried. Thank you all for your contributions. Thank you all for everything. Like you guys, thank you for coming. Those that didn't call but gave their comments and opinions, thank you. Those that called in, thank you so much. You guys made this interesting and fun. And I'm sure some people have learned a lot as well. And they now know the struggles of those living abroad. It's not easy. If someone living abroad, give the person a hug.
Exactly.
Squeeze money into their hands.
Yeah.
Give them a kiss. Tell them well done. Give them a handshake.
Yeah.
Because it's not easy. These people will carry everything on their. You will see some people be looking like broomstick. Because her sister.
That is not easy. Is the word they don't want to hear.
He's still. See, many people back home are richer than those abroad, though. But they don't want to accept that. They don't want to accept that.
They are living in the
helps. You can afford mates. You can afford to cleaners. Do anything you want to do. Like you're living your best life. People abroad. See what Informer said. People abroad can't afford it. So you're picking shifts when your husband is available. So you can take
back home is a free word now.
Yeah.
Back home is a free word.
Everything is expensive.
Yeah.
But they're not ready for that conversation. If they ask you for money, I give them 5,000.
They will never understand.
Never.
You know why I pray every day that people over there praying to come to the UK, God should
I
grant
pray for them. In fact, I'm expecting so
when they come
many to
here.
be in the UK in the next 2-3 months. When they go to UK, I will now tell them, can you understand what I'm saying? I'm praying that they should also come. I said, just try this. I give them a lot of package. Many of your video, Tochi, I send to people, do this, go and do this. I want you to come. And they say, thank you, brother. Oh, you really got me at heart. I got you at heart. I want you to come because I want them to come and see it. Yes, that is the only thing I can do for them.
The body will reduce though. Let them come and see how sweet it is.
Yes, they are coming. They are getting serious. Honestly, many of them are coming.
People are saying that your skin is fresh.
So they come and experience that thing like
So
abroad. And
I pray when they come, we'll call them to come and make confession on your channel.
Honestly.
To come and tell us how it's sweet.
Let everybody come, please. And it's that way. Nobody begging each other for money. You have your own money, and of course, you're now abroad. You're now rich, plucking money from tree. So you now know how the thing is. Everybody should come.
They are coming now too. They are also experiencing it because I've been getting a lot of messages about this. That how you manage? I just came in. This person is asking me. Oh, in fact, my siblings. I said, don't worry. I was praying for you to come in because I believe you were also behaving like them. So, so my prayer every day is like everybody should get the job. Come to the UK
so everybody should come and
see how the
abroad.
life, or go to abroad and see how the life here is. When I mean the stress here is real. The one that you're having physical body ache, like you're having physical body ache, mental ache, not like back home. When you get back, you still have to take care of your children. Back home, Amaka, please make dinner. You cross your leg, you eat your dinner and go and sleep. But yeah, you will
even at work, we are flexing in Nigeria. I told them.
I make food for
working and flexing.
So I pray everybody
Omotala, at work where civil servants go to work when they like.
Flexing.
Flexing. The day you don't like, you stay at home. You go, don't do anything. You go to work by
I worked in a bank in Nigeria.
It's supposed to be 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., but you go to work by 2 p.m. and you leave by 3 p.m. and you still get your salary at the end of the month.
Nobody's using any amount. Yeah, you pay your paid hourly. Even break,
you don't work,
breaks, they don't pay. You don't pay for break.
If you're even sick sometimes, nothing for you. Some companies don't even pay sick pay.
No work, no pay. You didn't show up, you don't get money. I told them that we are flexing in Nigeria. They say, I worked in a bank in Nigeria. I said, you guys, you are flexing. I pray you just come. Then you understand what is called work. That your hour that you want to collect. It is calculator you know how to press to exchange rate. Huh? Don't worry. Come and see.
When you go to work, you clock in some place. And if you clock in 5 minutes past the time, you're late. But you can just throw any time and just enter. Nobody get your time. So,
you won't get paid for that 5 minutes that you came late.
You will not be paid.
Of course.
Sure.
Unpaid break. People are working for 8 hours and they've got 15 minutes break paid by the company. 30 minutes unpaid, but you are away from your house for almost 10 hours a day. So
in Nigeria, from work, you can go to the market.
Anywhere, do your shopping.
That's how we do it now. That's how we roll it. Break time, 1 hour, we turn it to 2 hours. Nothing is happening. You wake up in the morning, you are having a headache. You just call in sick.
It doesn't happen here. In fact, calling in sick here is 90-something pounds a week. How do you survive with that if you call in sick? Some companies are so good to pay you for sick pay, 90-something pounds in a week, and you have bills to pay. You see,
some companies don't pay you for being sick.
Well, Lord God,
so if you are sick,
God is our strength. God is our strength.
Yeah. But let's also like try to be emotionally strong, because I know those messages when they hit it happens to me. They will hit you like this. You go mental. You want to look for who you will borrow from to send to another person until you have. So I think we should just have to be emotionally.
I think we have our last caller before we go. Okay. Someone just called in, so we'll just let her talk. Hi.
Hi. Good evening from Portugal.
Good evening.
Hi, Tochi and Fajira, how are you?
Hi, good evening.
Good evening.
Okay, I just saw this notification. I'm like, okay, I think I should come and talk here because it's really not funny these days. In fact, as at yesterday, I had to block a husband and a wife. I blocked both of them on my WhatsApp. You know how it is, it's just like, well, I've not been following this discussion. I just saw this. I said, okay, let me just come and talk because we really need to people need to understand that life abroad is not as it seems to be. Of course, a lot of things are a bit easier here compared to back home in Nigeria, but then it's very difficult. So for someone like me, I have 3 children. My last child is just by tomorrow, she'll be 3 months. And someone wants me to sit down and be gisting with her and her husband. How possible is that? You have a house help that helps you in Abuja. I'm alone here. You guys know how it is. Anything you cannot do, will just be there smiling at you and your husband until whenever you guys have time to come and fix it. Then when I now see a message on someone, or maybe someone sends me a message, I will just reply. You get angry that abroad people, they just ask you questions, you just drop a line. You people don't even talk, like you don't gist. You've forgotten where you are.
They are stingy.
Please, what's going on? Because I don't understand again. And how long are we going to be blocking people? And immediately I blocked the girl. She came to me on Instagram. She dropped another
monetary spirit.
Do you understand? I think that the same people have been trying to get admission here to move. But even, when someone says, okay, I just want everybody to come to this abroad and experience it. To be honest, I want people to also come here and experience it, so that they will have a very wonderful knowledge of what this abroad thing is. I'm not saying it's not good. Obviously, it's good because it can never be compared to life back home. But then, I don't understand. Please, everybody, we just need to, I don't know if it's, I know that, that kind of entitlement spirit that you're supposed to say good morning to me. You're supposed to even ask me. Imagine somebody that I've not spoken to for since I left Nigeria. This is almost 6 years. Wow. For me to see a message 2 weeks ago on Facebook, please, can you help me? I'm releasing my album. I need 500,000. You don't even know me that I'm here.
Oh my God.
500K.
Yeah.
Because you're releasing album. Another person sent me a message that, please, I know how it is, I understand, but please, my only child needs to do her birthday, and I don't have any money to do birthday.
Wow.
Fatura,
people have mind though.
Celebration. It's so. I have 3 children here. They
you don't mark their birthdays.
To buy stuff and send to school, so that they will just do, that kind of thing at home with their classmates. Then somebody wants to celebrate, do birthday. Nigeria, we like to. So I will give you money. You go and do birthday show for your children or for your child. I am here. I've not even done birthday. Who do you start gathering people? Who has that time to be gathering children and be doing birthday? Maybe once in a while you can do that. I don't even have that time. If not that now, I'm not doing anything official. It's crazy. Then I'll give you money, go and do party. And even me, I have retired mom and retired dad, retired parent back home. And the kind of money they request for is not meaningful. It's just something that you can overlook.
Yeah.
If you don't have money to celebrate your child's birthday no they finish. Next
I don't understand the craze about birthday party. It's not by force.
They want to show. They want to. You see the people asking me when I see them on Facebook, the kind of bags I see them carry. I don't even carry such bags.
The kind of hair they buy, I don't even buy it.
My cousin in Imo State University sent me and said, "Oh, sis, how far now? I want to write exam, but I've not paid my school fees." When I look at these girls, the kind of
doesn't look like somebody.
This my iPhone 12 Pro Max is what this girl uses. A girl in year 1 is using 12 Pro Max. The same thing I'm using, and you know how it's easier. We get these things on mortgage.
Credits.
I can just be dropping maybe 100 euros every month. That doesn't take anything from me. But they will go and spend all their life to buy iPhone 12. And you now come and be asking me money to give you money to go and pay for. You're never ready to go to school. That's the honest truth. Because you can't get iPhone 12 and you've not paid your school fees and you have exams to write. What are we doing? So I just wish, Nigerians, not just people abroad, but people back home, they should also, let this awareness go around. Let it go everywhere. Let it go around so that people will understand that life is not very rosy. Life is not easy. And as much as people give to you, no matter how much, you just have to say thank you.
Appreciate.
You just have to say thank you.
Thank you, my sister.
Oh, thank
So
you.
we are not
ladies.
Well with us. We just have to pray that God will keep providing for us.
Amen.
Yes,
So that
And
we can
for the
keep
fact
busy.
that Naira doesn't have value, it's even making a lot of things, it's complicating a lot of issues, But okay, how much is €1? How much is £1? How much is $1? You give it to someone, they can't even use it to do anything. Not able to buy. In fact, I heard that a tuber of yam now they cut slices to sell. Is that bad? We understand. Is that
We
bad?
understand.
Same time, it's not
Emmy,
that.
someone is asking if you're from Portugal.
Oh no, I'm a full Niger girl, but I live in Portugal with my family. Okay, no, I live in Portugal. I don't. I'm not from. I'm a Niger girl. Yeah. So thank you for creating this. This is a beautiful topic that people should be listening to. Maybe once in a while, this kind of topic should be coming up so that people will be getting to know that life is hard.
The struggle is real.
The struggle is real, to be honest. Sometimes I just think about, where do I take my children? Like throughout yesterday, my head was so full. I don't know where to keep my children. Who will you take your children
Nobody.
to?
You have to look after them. Yeah.
Do you understand?
Or you pay for a child care for that few minutes or
I
few
afford
hours.
that? Do you know how much child care is abroad? Can I afford that?
This topic just come at the right time.
I've
been doing the budgeting of this thing. December is coming, so billing is coming in. You have to budget billing with your this thing. So as December is approaching like this, my head is cracking me like, oh, I don't know what is going to come up now. So before they send their bomb to me, I want to reach out. I start looking the budget. Yes. So I reach out and I close my this thing. Pam. So no billing again. Thank you, ladies.
Yeah. You guys, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Myself. Thank you for everyone. Thank you, Emmy. Thank you, Motala. Fejira, thank you so much.
No worries.
Guys, Fejira is on YouTube here as well. I know you guys know her, but if you don't know her, please go and show her support, all right? Go and subscribe
thanks,
to her channel.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, everybody. So please, if you're abroad, remember to take life easy, take life jeje. Do the one you can do and leave the rest. If you are back home, I know it's not so easy. It's not easy anywhere. Everybody's struggling. But if somebody gives you one naira from abroad, appreciate, because you don't know if that's the only money that person has. So I know it's not easy anywhere, but please, let's appreciate everyone who is abroad. So thank you guys for joining this live stream. And Fedra, do you have final words before we go?
Okay, just to add to what you said, when you said the topic, I was like, yeah, this is something that people really need to know about. So like I said, when we see one person that sends us money back home or send people back home, just learn how to appreciate. That's what I can say, because everybody is going through hard time, including myself. Like even Tochi, I knew when she messaged me, I was at work. She too was at work. We got back about the same time. And you can imagine, here we are. We've got kids to go back to. So if anybody tries to send you anything from abroad, please appreciate them, even if it's £1, even if you know what the exchange rate is, and you say, by the way, now only 1,000. Please appreciate that 1,000. We don't get it from anywhere. We don't get tips in the UK. I mentioned that back home I could go to work and I get tips, but yeah, you don't get tips. You work for every penny. So when you see that little penny, please do appreciate and also pray for us here because it's not easy. We need our mental health stable for us to be able to do most of the
true. Like if someone sends you £9, £10, £11, £12, it's 1 hour of their life at work that they are sending to you. Then you now look at the person and say, you will not say thank you. You now hiss and say, see what this person is giving me.
Yeah.
It's well.
It's well with us.
Ada, you came in when we were about leaving. So you just conclude for us and then we go.
Oh, hello. Thank you so
Hi.
much, ladies. I would have joined earlier, but mommy duties. What you're saying is basically what I've been telling people here. They think it's so easy to make the money and send. So but I don't think they actually understand, no matter how much you explain to them. I think at this stage, what we'll say is experience is the best teacher. It's good, it will be really good, but I don't know how possible that is for everybody that wants to travel out to actually travel, to get the papers and travel.
Exactly.
I've been there. In fact, my t-shirt is now one. I need to get another one because it's not easy. Even as I'm here in Nigeria, people just feel I have so much pounds sterling in my house, stuck somewhere, and anything you buy, you need to leave the change for them. Like you just have to. It's a must now. So I don't think explaining to them would actually work at this stage. It's better. I think with the way the visa is going now, it's even easier to get the visa now than 10, 15 years ago. So it's better for them to come to the UK and experience it. Maybe they would understand. Even my brother, it took him coming to the UK to understand what I was telling him when he was in Nigeria. So explanation cannot really do it this time. But it's so sad that they actually have to come there, live it, experience it for them to believe what we are saying. So thank you so much, ladies, for giving me this opportunity to just squeeze in. I know it's almost the end of the show, but I just had to. Squeeze in. Thank you so much, Tochi.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you for your patience as well.
Oh, that's
Sorry
fine,
for keeping you
Tochi.
to this time.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, everyone.
All right, thank you.
I'll see you guys in my next one, okay?
All right.
Good night, guys. Bye.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.